there is a voice inside you. It whispers in moments of uncertainty. It questions your abilities. It plants the seeds of doubt. It tells you that you are not enough, that you are not ready, that failure is inevitable. And so, you hesitate. You wait. You shrink into the shadows of your own potential. But what if that voice is wrong? What if everything it has told you is a lie? Tonight, we unravel the truth behind self-doubt and fear and great confidence to walk with God in this journey of life. We explore their origins, their power, and, most importantly, how to break free completely by walking with God. If you've ever felt trapped by your own mind, unable to take the next step toward your dreams, then stay with me. Because by the end of this journey, you will see fear for what it truly is, and you will no longer be bound by it.
Self-doubt is a shadow that follows us from childhood. It is born in the moments we fail, the moments we are criticized, the moments we are told we are not good enough. It lingers in the words of parents who meant well but spoke without knowing the power of their voices. It hides in the expectations of society, in the need for validation, in the endless comparisons we make against those who seem to have it all. You remember the first time you doubted yourself, don't you? The hesitation before you raised your hand in class. The nervous laughter when someone questioned your abilities. The opportunity you let pass because you feared you weren't ready. But self-doubt does not form overnight. It grows layer by layer, feeding on every moment of hesitation, every rejection, every setback. Convinces you that failure is something to be feared. That success is for others, not for you. But here's the truth. Self-doubt is not reality. It is a construct, a story written by the past, reinforced by years of conditioning. And stories can be rewritten. So how do you begin? How do you rewrite the story that fear has been telling you for so long? You begin by acknowledging God's place in your life. You begin by remembering the moments when you succeeded, when you proved yourself capable. Every time you overcame an obstacle, every time you found strength in adversity, those moments are real. They are proof that you are stronger than you think. Focus on those victories. Write them down. Say them out loud. Drown out the voice of doubt with the voice of truth. And then, surround yourself with those who see your potential even when you cannot. The right people, the right environment, can turn whispers of doubt into echoes of confidence. Fear thrives in inaction. The longer you wait, the stronger it becomes. It festers in the spaces where decisions are postponed, where dreams are put on hold, where courage is replaced with excuses. So do not wait. Do not hesitate. Take the first step, no matter how small. Because the moment you act, something shifts. The fear that once seemed overwhelming begins to shrink. The monster in the shadows reveals itself to be nothing more than a passing cloud. Start with something small. Say yes to an opportunity that scares you. Speak up when your voice trembles. Face a fear head-on, and watch as it loses its grip on you. And when you succeed, celebrate it. Acknowledge your progress. Build momentum one step at a time, until fear is no longer an obstacle, but a challenge you are eager to conquer. When you let go of fear, something incredible happens. You begin to see the world differently. You recognize that failure is not the enemy. It is a teacher. That rejection is not a sign to stop. It is a sign to grow. That fear itself is not real. It is an illusion, a cage with no lock. What do you dream of? What is the one thing you've always wanted to do but have been too afraid to try? Now picture yourself doing it. Picture the feeling of accomplishment, the moment of triumph. It is not a fantasy. It is within your reach. You were not meant to live in the shadows of doubt. You were not meant to be held back by fear. You were meant to rise, to thrive, to leave a mark on this world by walking with God.
Walking with God is always guaranteed. There also comes a time in every life when the road ahead is uncertain. A crossroads, a moment where faith is tested, where doubt creeps in, where the silence of waiting feels deafening. And in that moment, a whisper stirs, calling us to walk. But what does it mean to walk with God? It is not a sprint. It is not a race. It is a journey, one step at a time. Each footfall a test of trust. Each moment a lesson in surrender. And though the road may be long, winding, and often shrouded in darkness, one truth remains. We do not walk alone. Faith is a choice. It is a decision to step forward into the unknown, to trust in a path unseen. Abraham knew this. When God called him to leave everything familiar, he obeyed, not knowing where he was going. He stepped forward, led only by faith. And so it is with us. The call comes in different ways. A stir in the heart, an unexpected trial, a door that suddenly opens or one that forcefully shuts. The invitation is clear. Walk with me. But fear resists. Doubt lingers. What if the path leads to hardship? What if it demands sacrifice? What if we are left wandering? Yet, faith whispers, keep walking. Faith is not measured in great leaps, but in small, steady steps. It is the patience of Noah, building an ark when there was no rain. It is the endurance of Joseph, clinging to dreams in the midst of betrayal and imprisonment. It is the trust of Peter, stepping out onto the waves when logic screamed he would sink. Walking with God is a process, one that demands surrender, trust, and an unwavering grip on his promises. Some steps feel effortless. A prayer answered, a blessing received, a door swung open at the perfect time. Other steps feel heavy, a season of waiting, a trial that shakes the soul, a loss that leaves an unfillable void. But each step, whether easy or difficult, is shaping us, molding us, refining us. We are not just walking, we are becoming. Gratitude is a force that transforms the journey. It is a song of Paul and Silas in a prison cell. It is the heart of David, praising in the wilderness. It is the faith of Job, declaring, though he slay me, yet will I trust him. Gratitude shifts our vision. Instead of focusing on the struggle, we see the strength being built. Instead of lamenting the delays, we see the growth in waiting. Instead of fearing the unknown, we recognize the unseen hand guiding each step. Walking with God is not about having all the answers. It's about trusting the one who does. The unseen path. There will be moments when the road disappears beneath our feet, when the promise seems distant, when the silence stretches longer than we anticipated, when prayers echo back unanswered. But in those moments, we must remember, faith is not sight. Faith is the confidence that even when we cannot see the way, the Waymaker is leading, that even when we feel alone, his presence is near, that even when the night is long, morning is coming. Some of the greatest journeys of faith were walked in complete uncertainty, yet each step mattered. Each step was part of the plan. And so we walk on. There is a destination, a purpose beyond what we can comprehend. Moses walked through the wilderness, not realizing he was leading a nation to freedom. Ruth walked behind Naomi, unaware that her steps would place her in the lineage of a king. The disciples walked with Jesus, never fully grasping that they were part of a story that would change the world. Your walk is not in vain. Your steps have meaning. Your faith is not wasted. Every moment of trust, every act of surrender, every season of endurance is leading somewhere greater. Letting God take the lead. There is a burden that many carry, the weight of control, the relentless pursuit of certainty, the fear of the unknown, the exhaustion of trying to navigate life alone. But true peace comes when we surrender control to God. Letting go is not losing. It is gaining divine direction. It is recognizing that his ways are higher, his wisdom greater, his timing perfect. Fear is the greatest obstacle to surrender. It whispers, what if I lose everything? What if the path is too hard? What if I am left with nothing? But surrender says, what if God's plan is better than I imagined? What if the burdens I carry were never mine to bear? What if obedience leads to a life more abundant than I could ever create on my own? God leads step by step, through his word, through his spirit, through the wise counsel of those he places in our lives. Obedience is not always easy. It often means walking a road we do not understand. It may include detours, delays, even suffering. But every turn, every moment of surrender is shaping us for something greater. When we allow God to take the lead, we step into transformation. Fear is replaced with faith. Uncertainty is replaced with trust. Burdens are replaced with peace. And as we follow, we realize we are not just walking, we are being led. The road ahead may not always be clear. The path may not always be smooth. But the invitation remains. Walk with me, one step at a time, one act of trust, one moment of faith. And as we walk, we discover the greatest truth of all. We were never alone.
Now, it's your turn to take the next step. What will you choose? Will you continue striving for control and doubt, or will you surrender and trust the one who knows the way? Today, make a commitment, whether big or small, to walk with God, to trust in His plan, and to embrace the journey He has set before you. If this message has touched you, take a moment to reflect and share it with someone who needs encouragement. And if you want to continue receiving uplifting messages like this, make sure to subscribe to this channel. Click the notification bell so you never miss a new video. Let's walk this journey together, step by step, growing in faith, trust, and purpose. Thank you for watching, and remember, you are never alone. We love you all. Remain ever blessed.